Right. Okay. I'm going to support the motion. I share some of Councilmember Wozniak's concerns. I wonder, or I hope one of us will remember to be charitable and flexible when a not so popular cause comes before us to ask for a waiver of fees. I think we're setting a precedent here, and I have no grievance at all with Code Pink. I hope you're successful, and I hope ultimately that the Marines decide to leave.
I may be the only person up here who's an ex-Marine. And
you'll be drummed out of the Corps, man.
Well, I'm already drummed out. I got drummed out many years ago when I took a stand against the Vietnam War. But I'd already served my time in hell, as they say, by then. But I won't belabor the point, but we're confronted with a military apparatus that has billions of dollars at its disposal to bombard our young people and the nation with propaganda. The few, the proud, The history of the Marines isn't so proud as one might think it is. You look at their history in Nicaragua over the first half of this century. You look at, what we've done in Vietnam and other places. This war, this is not Okinawa. This is not Iwo Jima we're involved in here. We're involved in a naked act of aggression. And as one of the Marine Corps heroes of Marine Corps lore once put it, a guy named Smedley Butler, who rose to the rank of Major General, he talked about the Marines as the president's own gangsters. And unfortunately, too often that's the role that they play. Being lied to, it's part of the scenario. I can certainly remember when I was in training in the early 60s that all the pop-up targets were Asians. I imagine they've changed their targets these days to fit the current racial profile. But they don't, they train killers. I mean, that's the role of the Marine Corps, to train you to kill. And nobody should be naive about that. So if we can provide a space and an opportunity for ordinary people to express themselves against this kind of barbarity, then we ought to be doing that. Thanks.
Sitting here listening to that 90-year-old woman say what she said, that really was inspirational to me. And I realized what a hypocrite I am, because during the Vietnam War, people in Berkeley, and us included with our two sons, found a psychiatrist that would say that the kids were all crazy so that we could get them out of the war. And it's just the same thing now when you think about it. It really is. It's just continuing, and it's very sad to say times haven't changed. They're just like they were then. So it's really disappointing. But the Marines ought to have better sense than to come here. And since they did, why, I've decided, and the Hummer's the other thing that made me change my mind.
I would just like to say before we go to the vote, does anyone else wish to be recognized? Seeing none, before we go to the vote, I've been working with Code Pink, and I believe in their cause, and I believe that what they're doing is the right thing. They're bringing maximum pressure to bear on the whole question of the Marines, and being in Berkeley. They don't belong here. They shouldn't have come here, and they should leave. So I think we're pretty